I don't know, like the good was really good. Like he was super romantic, he was sweet, he was a great boyfriend, he could boyfriend really well. But the bad was, it was abusive. And the bad was really abusive. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mandisa for those who don't know me. And yeah, welcome to my little family. If it's your first time here, please do subscribe to my channel. And if it's not your first time and you haven't subscribed, then you must hate me. But yeah, please do subscribe, guys. Okay, so before I get into this video, I just want to quickly address something. So those that follow me on Instagram will know that I made a promise that I didn't keep. So I'm speaking about the magic diet that I was meant to try and vlog and post about. So I did do the diet for, I think, maybe 5 weeks. I lost weight, yes, but I didn't quite have a flat stomach. So I just canceled the whole thing basically. So yeah, I do want to go back. I want to start the diet, I want to start the diet again on the 1st of June and just get in shape for my birthday. And yeah, I will really post the results this time regardless of whether I have a flat stomach or not, just so that you guys can see the results of the diet. And yeah, y'all will decide if you're interested in buying the diet, buying the tea, whatever the case is. But yeah, thing is, I love perfection, man. Like I can promise, listen, cannot promise it, but flat tummy thing, like everyone's expecting, like here you were, now you have a flat stomach, you know. So I was just like, okay, I was here and I lost weight and my stomach is flatter, but it's not flat, you know. So I was just like, let me cancel this. But yeah, I'm gonna give it another try. It's a really nice diet to have. It's something I can always go back to. Like now that I've gained weight, I know, okay, now I'm just gonna do this diet, and you know. So it's a really nice diet. It's not a fun diet. It's the worst thing I've ever done to myself. I don't want to lie. It's not fun at all. The food options are just terrible. No lie. But yeah, I'll see that when next month or in the next week and a half or two. So yeah, anyway, this video, I'm not sure yet. I can't even be like, based on the title of this video, you can see, I don't know what I'm gonna title this video, but I'm thinking my emotionally abusive relationship. Things I have to speak about that before I get into the story, so that you guys can understand the kind of relationship I was in, to have better understanding on the story. And in the story I'm going to tell you guys about a day or a night where I went out with my friends and my boyfriend followed me to the club and basically wanted me to come home. Yeah, let me not even elaborate on that. And yeah, I also will be having a glass or 2 or 3 of wine. Let's not even get into the specifics of the wine. It's very cheap wine, so there's nothing to say about the wine. Yeah, okay. So I met this guy in first year. I was 19. I had just turned 19 2 months prior to that, and I met this guy. He swept me off my feet. I fell in love. However, the night that I met him, yeah, he told me that he opened up to me about his mental illnesses, and he told me that, listen, they had just diagnosed him with depression and he was on antidepressants. Cool. And then he also mentioned the fact that, okay, I guess sure, actually, hey, if he did, but I know at some point we did speak about it. I don't know if it happened on the first night, but he's bipolar, you know. So obviously now I'm 19, I just met this guy, you know, he's cute as fuck, you know. So I'm not really paying attention to these things. Yes, I'm listening, okay, he's, you know, who's serious. I mean, I had never been depressed at the time. So I was like, okay, he's depressed, he's on medication, he's seeing a psychologist or therapist, whatever, psychiatrist, whatever the case is. He's taking his meds, he's bipolar, you know, he's, you know, it was just that. It wasn't anything that I took serious. But obviously as time went by, I was like, okay, no, this thing is serious. Like, moto hash up. And it's really true that hurt people hurt people. So I'm sure, well, I hope people don't say, listen, I'm gonna get into Mandisa's lap and I'm gonna hurt her. Of course not. But I mean, if you're not well and whole, then essentially. Sorry guys, my braids are just everything to me. Okay, cool. So I met him and yeah, I fell in love. Things were great. Like things were top, you know. Although the emotional abuse, it started small and it was obviously a gradual thing. And the reason I'm saying that I was emotionally abused is I was controlled. I was afraid of him. And I was isolated from my friends, from people, from a lot of things. That's why I'll always say, Kerem, I will never get my varsity years back. And the only thing that I regret those times was I wish I went out. I know my boyfriend, my current boyfriend, will be like, but Melissa, you still have time, you're still in your 20s, you're still gonna have fun and go out and do all these things. And I'm like, yes, definitely, of course. But from those years, that's the only thing that I regret. Like, I wish I went out with my friends when they went out, but I was in this relationship that didn't allow me to do a lot of things. So yeah, my emotionally abusive relationship, I'm just going to I actually wrote a few things down as to why just so you guys can have a picture of the kind of relationship I was in and just the abuse. And then I'm going to head into a specific night. All right, cool. So anxiety, I can't even say I had anxiety. Like, the only kind of anxiety I had when I was that age is the nerves, you know, like the nerves are normal. Like, say now, maybe, you know, when you go like, let me speak English, when you have to do a presentation at school, obviously you'll be nervous. Like, okay, you know, those are the only kind of nerves that I knew. Or okay, or also I also used to be in the drama club, you know, I used to do house plays for Skolong. So those nerves, you know, like, okay, I'm gonna be on stage, or I'm next, or I have to speak, those are the only kind of nerves that I knew growing up. But in that relationship, I was uneasy, you know, I was uneasy a lot of the time. And not that because I was doing the wrong thing, because I just knew that this is how this person is. If he can call me right now, or I said I'm gonna be home at 7:30 and I'm not home at 7:30, and you know, anxiety man. Or if maybe I could be like, okay, I'm going to chill my friends, and then guys come through, and obviously it's out of my control, like we all chilling, it's innocent, but I'd just be anxious, like, okay, what if he calls, what if he video calls, or what if he asks me, like, who am I with? Now I must lie and be like, no, I'm just with the girls, and that time I'm, you know, fun. But yeah, that's how anxiety, isolation from people as well, like, okay, that forms part of the controlling. He wanted to control, okay, don't have guy friends. I'm not comfortable with you having guy friends. I'm jealous. You know, it's not that I don't trust you, I don't trust the guys. That kind of thing. That was him. So we fought a lot about that. But essentially I gave in and I stopped having guy friends for my boyfriend's sake. Basically, he wanted me all to himself, which wasn't healthy. He just wanted himself to be the center of my world, and he must be the only guy in my life, etc., etc. Even like we'd have group projects at school, group assignments, and obviously we'd pair up girls and boys, and he'd have a problem with that. Like the smallest, like everything. Even there was a time where we had to go to the library to study cross night. So yo, that guy, ne? He just yo, whoa, he was just very controlling who I interact with, what I do, my movements. When I leave, I have to be like, babe, I'm going to the mall. Get to the mall, I have to be like, babe, I just got here. Like, communication is unreasonable, you know, and sometimes you forget as a person, and that would be a problem. Next thing, my phone, he's blowing up my phone. Like, messy, man. What else did I write here? Making all the decisions. He also had this thing of, he's older. He was 5 years older than me, so he was what, 19? He was 24 then. He just had this thing of, he has more experience in life, he's a guy, he's this, so he doesn't want me making the same mistakes in life. So basically his word over mine, essentially. And I don't know, I look back and it makes me sad, you know, but I'm just like, you know, obviously if I were to meet someone like him right now, obviously I'm grown, I've been through some life experiences, so I'd be able to say that moment, this person is abusing me, you know, he's not okay for me. But at the time, I was 19, I was young, and that was my first, let me not say real relationship, but yeah, I could say that. So yeah, he just I can't even say that I gave my power away. He just took it because it was so easy to get from my 19-year-old self. But yeah, I didn't have a social life. He wasn't comfortable with me going out, being around niggas. He just wasn't comfortable with me not being next to him. Let me just put it that way. What else did I write? Obsessiveness. You know, it's healthy. Healthy and unhealthy obsessiveness. Oh, my boyfriend is obsessed with me. Like, he calls me and he has me as his wallpaper, and really cute, really, you know, really fine. And then there's that, you're mine, you know, no one else is gonna have you if I can't, kind of obsessive like that. But yeah, that was my relationship. I was just in this cage with this person, and it was fine for the first few months. I was in love, I was happy, he was super romantic, he was everything that I needed at the time. But after those months where now I got to know him, and his character, I realized, what a no man. I don't think I'm going to be happy with this person in life. You know, there's so much that I want to do, and he's gonna hold me back because he's so jealous, he's so controlling, he's so this, he's so that. So as much as I was happy in our bubble, but I just thought of the future and I was like, I'm not going to be able to grow here the way that I want to. I'm not going to be able to experience life the way that I want to because of this person. So yeah, that's just wanted to guys to give you a picture of the relationship that I had back then with this guy. And yeah, it wasn't all bad. I'm not saying, you know, he was sweet, he was romantic, he was, listen, anally cute, but the other side was terrible. And I went through a whole lot of shit that I couldn't believe. Imagine going through something and not even believing that, listen, I'm 19. Why am I going through this? Why is this guy doing this? Why is he treating me like this? You know? But like I said, hurt people. But anyway, into the story now. So like I said, I wasn't allowed to go out, wasn't allowed to do much. Not that I wasn't allowed to, it's just that it's not something I brought up. Because I was just like, this is how my boyfriend feels about this, so let me not upset him. I already knew the reaction, although he would have said yes, but he wouldn't have been happy about it, and that I was just gonna ruin the mood of everything. So most of the time I just mised having fun, because I was just like, it's gonna upset my person, it's not worth it. Okay, sharp. So okay, there was this thing called fuzz. Okay, I studied in Bloom, by the way, so I'm in Bloom. Like this thing called fuzz go Cubana. So fuzz it happened, it was the first Sunday of every month. Please do correct me, those who remember. It was the first Sunday of every month, and they played, I think they played hip-hop only. I don't know if fuzz in it, like, was it an acronym for something? But yeah, there was fuzz at Cubana, first Sunday of every month, and I wanted to go. Sharp. So obviously I tell him like about 2-3 weeks in advance, like, listen, fuzz is coming up, I want to go. Like, I was tired that time. I was just like, ciao. Sharp. Okay, obviously he wasn't too impressed about it, but I really didn't give a fuck, and I was going to fuzz. Sharp. So where I stayed now, I stayed at Campus Key now. So there were 2 campus keys, right? Opposite. Was it opposite? Yeah, opposite each other, basically. Let me not even complicate. So I stayed at the one. Some of my friends stayed at the other one, right? So I was with my boyfriend, and I was with his friend was there. They were smoking happily, I think, in my room or something. But then we were gonna get ready at the other campus key, because that's where everyone else was. Sharp. We go to the other campus key. Went to the other campus key, and we're getting ready, you know. Sharp is there with his friend, they're smoking happily, you know. We're doing brows, people are showering. Okay, obviously not in one room, they stayed like in the same place, different rooms. Everyone had their own room, obviously. So yeah, I'm getting ready. Obviously I had showered already at my place. I was probably just getting dressed, doing my face, helping other people do their brows, that sort of thing, you know. Girls, we're getting ready. He's there, he's with his friends, you know, we're having chats. Chilled, like, he's very chilled at that time, you know. Sharp. Anyway, we were, I'm sure nearly six or seven of us. Sharp, we're ready now, we're great. I remember that day, guys. Every time I wear all black, every time I wear all black, shit goes down. Like, I promise you. Anyway, I'm there, crop top, no waist, legging, boots. I'm the girl. Listen, brow earring. Listen, one thing about my brows, please don't play with me. Shop, so we're standing outside now. We called a cab, right? So obviously, like, babe, kebe yatla. He's with his friend in the car. So they still, like, we all outside. We outside Campus Key. We're waiting for the cab. They were in the car. Him and his friend were in the car. So they're standing there. So I'm just like, okay, maybe he's waiting for the cab to come and then he's gonna leave. I don't know. But anyway, he's waiting. They're waiting. Shop, the cab comes. We go in. It's a vibe. We're going to Cubana, whatever. Yo, let me go get more wine. So as we're leaving, we're in the cab. I can see the car's behind. You know, he was driving with his friend. I'm like, okay, these people are behind us. But I'm just like, okay, maybe they're also going to the streets, or they're gonna check out the vibe at the streets, or maybe they're just driving in the same direction. I don't know, but cool. We get to Cubana. We order our first drinks. We ordered Long Islands. I remember that day we ordered Long Islands, and then we're just trying to figure out, okay, where are we gonna sit? Sharp, does he not walk in, go Cubana? Okay, Sharp, he walks in. I'm just like, okay. Sharp, I'm standing there. He walks in, and then he calls me, right? Then he was introducing me to some people there and whatnot. Sharp, I don't know if we eventually got a place to sit. I don't know, but anyway, he calls me. He's like, he's leaving. We should go talk in the car. Okay, anyway, we go to the car and we're sitting, and he's just like, he's not comfortable leaving me behind. Whoa, my nigga. I was so defeated actually, because imagine, like, I don't go out. I never go anywhere. I'm with you all the time. Imagine being locked up all the time, and then the one time where you're out and you gave the person notice, not that you even needed to, not that you even should give anyone notice or you're going out, but I gave you notice. Everything has been fine throughout the day. Now that I'm at Cubana, you want me to go home? That wasn't happening, sweetie. No. That's literally what he said. I was like, nope, I'm not going home. He left. Sharp. So, like, I was using a small phone. I didn't have a smartphone at the time. I remember I had WhatsApp on my laptop, and then I had the small phone. Sharp. So we're going back and forth on my small phone. I don't think I even had cell phone banking. I didn't have cell phone banking, so I couldn't buy airtime. So it's either my airtime finished and I couldn't text them back, or my phone died, one of the two. But we went back and forth for like a few messages, and then I couldn't communicate for whatever reason, airtime or my phone died. I don't know. Sharp, get to Cubana. No, I remember half of the people I was with were at Capello. The other half were at Cubana. Capello is opposite Cubana. So I remember I first went in go Capello, had a few drinks there, and then I went to Cubana. Sharp. So anyway, like, it was really just gonna be a girls' night, you know, dancing, you know, nothing hectic. But because he was acting like the way that he acted, I was just like, I'm gonna get drunk, like, I'm gonna get lit. And that's what I did. Sharp, so me being me, small waist, legging in the mix, sweet yellow bone thing. What do you Sharp? And then we were at VIP. Some guy was there buying us the ice pairs, giving me 200 rand notes like it was a vibe, because you know. Anyway, I got super drunk. I got super drunk because I was fucking pissed. That's the reason I got drunk. And then yeah, we went home. I went home. I was safe. I went home. One of the guys that stays at the campus key I was at took us home. Sharp. So hey, I don't remember much from that time. All I remember was being in the car, whatever, and then I woke up in the morning. But when I woke up, I found out that my boyfriend came to my place in the AMs. He found me there, obviously, and I was vomiting. He took videos of me vomiting. And the guy that dropped me off, he wrote a note and he left it on my table, which said coffee with no sugar. And I'm assuming that meant I should have coffee with no sugar when I wake up. I don't know, does it help with babalas, or I don't know. But yeah, my boyfriend came in the AMs. I was drunk as fuck. I don't remember that at all. He took a video of me vomiting. He saw this note. He obviously wasn't impressed by it, whatever. And I'm finding this out waking up to, he was in paragraph essay nigga. So we didn't really speak about our problems face to face, because he just never allowed that. Instead, he would send me messages on messages. So I woke up to, you know, that's how I found out, okay, he was here. He sent me the video of me vomiting, the note, he spoke about the note as well, etc, etc. So I woke up and I found out, okay, this is what the fuck happened. Cool. And another bad habit he had was he would tell my mom shit about me, like, oh hey, Mandisa went Cubana last night and she was drunk as fuck, she was vomiting, she was doing this and this and that. That's the kind of boyfriend that he was, which pissed me the fuck off, because why would you tell my mom that? So now I'm waking up, he's pissed, or he dumped me. Even he used to dump me like all the time. So on top of that, my mom is pissed at me because my boyfriend, I was drunk as fuck, I was doing whatever that I did. So yeah. Shop. Anyway, I woke up to being single, and then I went to the other campus key, since everyone that I went out with was that side. We went out, went that side, and then we just chilled and obviously spoke about the night. And I obviously told them that, listen, I'm single because this is what went down. And then the guy that I was with, that was buying the ice pairs, Lily platter, Lily whatever, okay, I don't think he bought us food, I'm lying, but yeah, he bought us food. He sent money for food that day, so we went to get food and then we came back. And yeah, that was that. Obviously I fixed things with my then boyfriend. We got back together again, and I guess things were lovely. I don't know, I can't remember. But yeah, that was my life. That was my life at the time. I don't know, like the good was really good. Like he was super romantic, he was sweet, he was a great boyfriend. He could boyfriend really well. But the bad was, it was abusive. And the bad was really abusive. Like I remember prior to this incident, in fact, he had broken up with me. I can't remember the reason, but I decided that I need to go home. And I called my mom. I was writing my last test on a Friday. I think I called my mom like on a Wednesday or on a Thursday. And you know when your parent says hi or hello, or they just answer the phone and you just start crying? That was me. And I can't imagine the pain that my mom felt at that time, really. But yeah, I went home because relationship in Impalela, guys. Relationship was, it was showing me dust in Inkaita the flames. But yeah, story for another day. So yeah, please guys, tell me how I did on my first story time. If I was all over the place, let's blame the wine. I am feeling a bit I'm feeling a bit hot, okay? So that was the story. You know, with emotional abuse, it took time. It really took time for me to realize that I'm being abused here. It took time. You know, it wasn't a, I'm not saying physical abuse is better or anything, but with physical abuse you can be like, no, he slapped me on the 1st of March and then on the 31st he kicked me, and you get what I mean. With emotional abuse, it took several events or incidents for me to be like, no man, the way this guy makes me feel, like I had to sit down and evaluate my feelings. This is how this guy makes me feel. This is how I'm treated when 1, 2, 3 happens, or whatever the case is. So it took months for me to be like, I'm being emotionally abused, you know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That is my first story time. Yeah, please subscribe guys, like please subscribe to my channel. Like I'm really gonna try and be consistent, etc. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Love you guys.